Greetings, Crosspoint Church. This is day 5 of our feast and fast, Monday, February the 22nd. And in just a moment, we're going to be reading from Mark chapter 2, verses 18 to 28. Why don't you get out your book or your phone, however you read the scripture, and follow along as I read to you today. I love the book of Mark. The book of Mark is often thought to be an action book. The other three Gospels, Matthew, Luke, and John, strike more of a balance between what Jesus said and what he did. But Mark is largely focused on Jesus. He presents Jesus as a heroic man of action, a healer, a miracle worker. And so Mark's account just simply flows from one event in the life of Jesus to the next. I hope you've already discussed together with you and your family of what you'll be fasting during these days, and spending time, perhaps even after the reading of the scripture today, filling up by spending some time in prayer. And now let's go to the feast part of our feast and fast, and we're in Mark chapter 2, beginning at verse 18. John's disciples and the Pharisees sometimes fasted. One day, some people came to Jesus and asked, "Why do John's disciples and the Pharisees fast, but your disciples don't fast?" Jesus replied, "Do wedding guests fast while celebrating with the groom? Of course not. They can't fast while they're with the groom, but someday he will be taken away from them, and then they will fast. And who would patch an old garment with unshrunk cloth? For the new patch shrinks and pulls away from the old cloth, leaving an even bigger hole than before. And no one puts new wine into old wineskins. The wine would burst the wineskins, spilling the wine and ruining the skins. The new wine needs new wineskins." One Sabbath day, as Jesus was walking through some grain fields, his disciples began breaking off heads of wheat. But the Pharisees said to Jesus, "They shouldn't be doing that. It's against the law to work by harvesting grain on the Sabbath." But Jesus replied, "Haven't you ever read in the scriptures what King David did when he and his companions were hungry? He went into the house of God during the days when Abiathar was high priest, ate the special bread reserved for the priests alone, and then he gave some to his companions. That was breaking the law too. Then he said to them, 'The Sabbath was made to benefit people, and not people to benefit the Sabbath. And I, the Son of Man, am master even of the Sabbath.'"